Sean Henry. I'm the Senior MIS Manager, and our industry is automotive. The hyper-converged infrastructure. Our primary use case for the HCI is actually twofold. One, we had a project that was overdue by about 2 years that couldn't get the performance that it needed. The vendor that our production engineering group had brought in really couldn't spec what it needed. We kept chasing performance. You'd give it a little more RAM, it'd perform, and then it wouldn't. And we got to the point that based on the goals they put forward, it was just never going to get there. So I was in a position that instead of the 6-second cycle time they originally said, or the 1 second that it needed, it was actually sitting somewhere in the vicinity of 40. And then we eventually got it down to 20, and we did eventually get it down to 1, but that was using hardware that was completely stripped down, no backup, no nothing, so not something you really want. So I needed performance, flexibility, and simplicity. I'd lost a lot of my own department's resources to chasing performance. So the HCI allowed me to provide the production engineering group with the performance they needed, pull my people out of chasing their performance, and allow them to move the product on. The second use case was we had very aging infrastructure. For good or for bad, NetApp stuff lasts a while, so I had an 8-year-old array and some Hyper-V servers that were 10, 8, and 5 years old that just needed replaced. We needed to also do some security updates of the underlying OSs on the hosts, and both of those really came together with the HCI on 2 separate HCIs, but they came together for us on both of them. The most valuable features that the HCI brought was power, simplicity, and flexibility. I don't have a staff of hundreds, I don't have a staff of tens, I have a staff of 7. And we're providing support for 3 companies across North America on a corporate level, and then providing all IT support for American Showa spread across 5 facilities in the US. So if my people are chasing issues on old hardware and in the weeds, we're not doing anything that management sees as value. They don't see any value in email being up. They expect email to be up. So what it has brought is that power and simplicity. Everything we've moved over runs faster, 2 times faster. In some cases, a lot faster, far more than twice. So that's noticed by users. That's an immediate productivity boost. We've been able to bring a dead project up like Phoenix to start moving again, which also allowed our managers and our executives that had put their names and Showa's money behind that project to save some face. So, and it's allowed me to consolidate our infrastructure, saving electricity in the server room and even saving heat, so I was able to use this project toward our environmental objectives. We're not using HCI to accelerate DevOps. We probably will, but we're not at present. Stability is one of the things we absolutely have to have, because if the HCI is down, our assembly lines are down, and that could potentially lead to our customer being down. And if our customer is down, that's $10,000 a minute. So, and anytime the assembly line is down, that could potentially lead to overtime. You don't get to charge 1.5 times for something you build just because you happen to build it on overtime. So any technology we bring in has to be built for what I call 3 in the morning. Can't be built for when everybody's in the plant, everybody can watch it, and everybody can babysit. Got to be built for 3 a.m. when you've got a skeletal staff there, and you just have to know that it's just running. And as I stand here right now, I don't have to check my phone, I don't have to check my email, I know it's running, period. By design, it's scalable. You put in a compute unit, you've got leftover chassis, you need another one, you stick in another compute unit. You need a bigger one, you pull the old one out, put a new one in. So far, tech support's been very good, although I have to say we haven't used it much, so that's also very good. Additional features, which I actually think they are already adding, is I would like to see higher level graphics support, because we are going to be doing some virtual desktop for our CAD software, and I want to be able to support AutoCAD and CATIA on remote desktop machines. Our short list for this, for replacing our existing infrastructure as well as adding the infrastructure that our production engineering group needed, were Nutanix, Cisco, and NetApp. One, I already had a relationship with NetApp. I know the quality of their work. 2, the unit was built from the ground up to work as a single unit. It wasn't things that were developed separately that happened to work together very well. They were actually designed to work as a single unit. And the price point fit to where our budget is. Out of 10, I would rate it as an 8. Let me clarify that for people who say, well, why not a 10? We've only had it since March, so I don't have that long-term work with it, but I have no doubt that going forward it's going to be a 9 or a 10.